The age-old dilemma for the wig wearer is, how do I make my wig look more natural? One of the ways that I like to make my wigs look more natural, whether they're human hair or synthetic, is to blend my bio hair on the sides right here. That to me is one of the ways you can make sure that the transition from your hair to your wig or your wig to your head is seamless. But your bio hair doesn't always match. And I have a trick for you that's going to help it to match every time. I'm also known as HEYWIGSISTER on Instagram and Facebook. Today is a tutorial video day. I am going to show you how I blend my bio hair with my wigs using Root Touch-Up Powder. I will have a couple of other tips for you as well if your hair is a little bit different than mine, and I'm going to tell you about the wig on my head because I know you're going to be really curious about that. This wig is a custom-made human hair wig from Wigs by Opulence Salon. Look at how seamless this hairline is, you guys. This wig is absolutely incredible, super lightweight, super realistic. My review of this wig is live if you want to learn more about this wig or Opulence Salon. They are located in Eagan, Minnesota. The owner is a 27-year hairstylist who used to be an extension specialist and wanted to help her extension clients who, in some cases, graduated from extensions because their hair was thinning, and she discovered wigs and toppers, and the rest is truly history. She does online virtual consults, she does consults in person, and she can make you the wig of your dreams if that wig you're looking for is a luxury human hair wig. I'll put a link in the description box below so you can go check out that video and learn about Opulence Salon. Maybe bookmark their website for the future. I can't tell you how many of our wig sisters I've heard from over the years who started out with synthetics and eventually graduated to human hair. So you never know when a resource like this will come in handy. All right, now for how I use the Root Touch-Up Powder. This is not the first time that I have made a video like this. I have shown both of these products in the past, but just in case you haven't seen that video, I want to tell you that you can use anything that will fit your budget and that you can get a hold of easily. I find products that are meant to touch up your roots are best because they've been formulated to be put on hair. I find that they stick to hair a little bit better, they last a little bit better. When you're playing with your hair, running your fingers through your hair, they are really meant to not come off easily, so kind of transfer resistant, and that's why I prefer products like this. But I have heard from women who use just plain old eyeshadow and say that it works fine, so I say experiment, and I never want a woman to feel as though she can't use a solution because her budget doesn't allow for a $25 product. I'm not sure exactly how much these cost, somewhere around $20, $25, but all I can tell you is I've been using Root Touch-Up Powder for years, and I use Root Touch-Up Powder on my eyebrows, and I actually have a recent video where I show you how I fill in my eyebrows with Root Touch-Up Powder. You use so very little of these products, whether it's on your eyebrows or on your hair or both, that they should last you for years. So while $25 might seem a little expensive for something like this, considering that you might have it for years, I think it's worth it to me to know that I've got a product that's going to work well and last. Now, because I wear every color of wig, I do have every color of Root Touch-Up Powder because I never know what I'm going to need to blend my hair with. So let me show you what I mean by blending my hair. I have very short hair. Oftentimes my hair is fully buzzed on the top. I have, for the past 3 years or so, I have left this part of my hair longer so that I can blend it. A while back, I buzzed all of my hair off, including this, because I needed to make some videos to help some of you who've been asking questions, and I couldn't have this hair to do it. So now for the past 5 months or so, I have been growing my hair back out, and I may buzz this all again, but I will probably never buzz this part again because I really missed it when I didn't have it. So if you have bio hair, now of course if you don't have bio hair, then you're not going to be trying to do any of this. But if you have bio hair and maybe you have considered buzzing it, but you just have been too scared to try it, or you have buzzed it, but something's missing, I encourage you to think about leaving this hair a little longer. I know it looks a little odd when you don't have a wig on. Once it gets long enough, you can tuck it behind your ear. I'm almost there, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I walk around the house all the time without a wig on, and I thought I would be really bothered by this, and it turns out I really wasn't, because it wasn't super noticeable when it was tucked. But the bang for your buck that you get having this available to blend with your wigs, to me, is totally worth it, because when you tuck the hair behind your ears with your wigs, that hair is going to blend seamlessly and make it look super natural, or when you pull the wig up or in a ponytail or anything like that. So let me show you how I'm going to blend this ashy, graying, dark brown hair with this wig that looks nothing like that. Now, I kind of have a little bit of a dilemma. I'm not sure if I want to use a blonde root touch-up powder or if I want to use a brown root touch-up powder. Oftentimes, I try to blend the hair over here with the rooting on my wig because I think that is the most natural. This wig, though, has a really light root. It's kind of a light brown. And so I'm going to try this dark blonde root touch-up powder from Style Edit. Again, anything will work. I love SureThik and Style Edit. I happen to use the SureThik on my eyebrows. I may have said that already, I'm not sure. So I will link some videos in the description box if you'd like to see how I use these products in other ways. And if you have thinning eyebrows, root touch-up powder is truly one of the most perfect solutions for just filling them in. But all I take, the Style Edit actually comes with this little puff that's just right on the bottom. So I'm just going to see, how do I like, oh, that might be too light. Can you see how light that blonde is? Actually, it might not be too bad. I don't think it's quite right for this wig. One of the things that I actually showed you guys, I don't know now, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, was how you can use root touch-up powder to lighten dark roots. One of the challenges, especially with synthetic wigs, is so many of them have dark rooting. And you get it, and the rooting is too dark for you. A blonde root touch-up powder is going to totally cover that up. It's not permanent, but it works like a charm. I will link that video below. So let me grab my medium brown Style Edit. So this one's medium brown. It's probably a better color. And let me just see. I'll just kind of paint over. It's not going to be perfect because I didn't start with it, but that's all right. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to sort of blend it. Let me make sure this is out. So can you see the difference right away? You can tell how much harsher that side is with this side. And I'm not going to be standing like this. I'm going to wear my hair either tucked or down. So all it's really going to do is peek out. And I'm just going to feel a lot more comfortable and confident because I know that it's not going to look obviously different. I'm just going to start with the medium brown on this side. I do think I also have a light brown that I could use. I just grabbed what was handy to me. Oh yes, look at that. It's not only, okay, let me start over. I have found that this not only does such a great job in helping me to blend my hair when it doesn't blend. I mean, look at that, you guys. It's so good. But because my hair is really graying on the sides, it's very wiry and kind of frizzy sometimes. And the texture of it doesn't always match the texture of the wigs that I'm wearing. Two things that I will tell you that you can do with that. Number one, this actually coats the hair in such a way that it actually reduces that wiriness and that frizziness. So a lot of the time, all I have to do is put the powder on, and that's enough. When my hair over here was longer, sometimes what I would do is I would take a flat iron. They make these teeny little pencil flat irons. I will link in the description box one that I own. And I would just go over the hair, my hair, with that flat iron to sort of smooth it out. Then I would use the root touch-up powder, and it was perfect, and it blended perfectly with my wigs. So if you're struggling, because I know some of you are, because I've heard from some of you and you've asked what you can do, I would take that flat iron, smooth it out, and then if you need a little root touch-up powder to help blend or even just coat the hair a little bit, that's all you need to do. It should take you less than 5 minutes, including the warm-up time for your flat iron. There are so many ways to be successful on the wig wearing journey. Sometimes it takes a little more effort, and sometimes it's pretty effortless. But wherever you are on your journey, just know that there's probably a solution to the struggles that you're having. You know, it's not just finding the perfect wig or a wig that you feel comfortable in, but oftentimes we have to work with our wigs to make them look more realistic, whether that's plucking a hairline, plucking a part line, which I didn't have to do with this because this was custom made and Lisa did all of that, or maybe it's blending your bio hair, or it's getting a wig trimmed and thinned. All of those things can go such a long way in helping you feel really comfortable in your wigs. So what I would encourage you to do is don't think of the wig journey as a one and done. Also, don't have an expectation that every wig is going to be 100% perfect for you out of the box. That is so incredibly rare, especially just an off-the-rack type wig, that learning some of these tips and tricks and techniques and having a few products like 𝘠𝑡ouch powder, like a flat iron, are going to go such a long way in helping you on this journey. I hope, take a breath, I hope this gave you some ideas and some encouragement that you can do this. I didn't know any of this when I started. Nothing. I was struggling just like you are. And if I could get here, you can absolutely get here. I have faith in you and I have confidence in you. I love you guys so much. Please let me know if you have questions or videos you'd like me to make, and I'll get them on my list. See you soon. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.